Hi, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're going to continue off exactly where we left off in the last lesson. So that was the last bit of code we got in place. And in this lesson we're going to redo the actual buttons. So let's come here just above. We're going to say GUI dot and we want begin group this time. Again, we'll open and close brackets, close that line off. Inside the brackets of type new rect, we'll open and close again. So we'll come inside this second set of brackets, screen dot width divided by 2 minus, and I'll put this inside brackets as well, main menu button width, also divided by 2. We'll come after that first close bracket and we'll say comma, and I'm going to enter here and just after the comma as well. Now we're going to say screen.height divide by 1.75f, comma. We'll enter again, underscore, and we want main menu button width, comma. We'll enter again, and I'll put these in brackets. We'll say in this first set, main menu button height times 3. We'll come after the close brackets, we'll say plus in brackets again, so a new set of brackets, main menu button offset times 2. So let's have a look. In fact, we shouldn't need the brackets on this first one, so I'll get rid of those and we'll just leave the brackets on this second part of the equation. So let's get this into the comments. First line, begin group. Next line, at this position, width, and I'll do like I've done before, put width in brackets. Next line, at this position for the height. Next line, by this dimension, again in the brackets we're going to say width by this dimension height. So this is just defining the positions. We only need the width to be as wide as the button. We're going to have 3 buttons, which is why we're timesing the button height by 3, plus the offset, which will be the gap between the buttons, which we're going to need 2 if we've got 3 buttons. So that's how we get the height. So let's have a look at the start button. And we are going to change quite a bit of this. I'm going to enter here the open bracket after new rect, and for the position we can just get rid of all this. We'll say 0, 0, and again we'll want another comma, and we're going to enter after that. So let's just put this into the comments. First line, create button. at this position. So let's continue on. It wants to be button width by button height, so we can leave that. I'll enter here as well, I think. Sorry, that should be by these dimensions. So 0, 0, that's the position within the group, not the screen. Obviously, the dimension of the button, we're still going to have start. And I apologise, you'll probably can hear a siren in the background. But I'm not going to let it disturb the video. Let's just carry on. We're going to come after the start line, and in fact let's get the comment for that in place first. We'll say and print, and I will put the little quotation marks in the comment as well. We'll come back to this block if open and close brackets, inside the brackets, underscore, we want the main menu fade value is less than 1, which means that the main menu has not finished fading in. So if fade value is less than 1, we'll come below, we'll just say return. We'll close the line off. I'll leave it like that actually. We'll say, and I'll just put then do nothing and return. And in fact, I'll create a line break after this line where we print start and after the return line. So if the main menu has not finished fading in, we cannot do any of the code below. But if it has, let's have a look here. So let's come back. I'm just going to copy this variable underscore main menu audio source. Let's come back down. We now need to get the component now, so we can get rid of all that, including the brackets. So main menu audio source dot play one shot start button audio, and we're not going to use the core routine, so let's get rid of that. Cursor locked manager, open and close brackets, close that line off into the comments. Call cursor locked. I'll put it as it actually is. Cursor locked manager function. Main menu fade out equals true. So this will occur if we've already pressed the button, everything after this if block. So let's set fade out to true, come below, underscore starting game will also be equal to true. Let's close that line off into the comments, set starting game to true. So that's our start button. I'm going to come here after this last close brackets here. This will now be the option button. So I'll just put a little comment right at the top. What we'll do is we'll copy all of the code. I'll need that last close bracket as well. From the start game button, what we've just done. just quickly tidy that up, and let's now have a look what we need to change. So it's going to be 0 still. So the width is going to be right at the left hand side of the group, but the height needs to change, and it's going to be main menu button height, which is basically the height of the start button, plus a gap, which will be the main menu button offset. So that's going to be the position. The width and height as regards the dimensions can be exactly the same. And in fact, I will move this open bracket, I think, onto the next line. Just because it seems to be how Microsoft Visual Studio seems to work. Those of you who's been watching from the beginning knows that I used to use Mono Develop, but we've gone now, or that option is gone completely, should I say. We can no longer use Mono Develop, so which is fine actually. I mean, I've actually enjoyed using Visual Studio since it was the only option now. So let's change this where we say print. We're going to change that to options. So remember to change the comment as well. Again, if the fade value is less than 1, we're going to return. We're going to let the main menu fade in before we can do anything. Here, we need to play the options button audio. So we'll just change the comment there. We'll call the cursor lock manager function. Fade out is true. So now we just need to change starting game to access options. Let's just get that in the comments. Access options to true. And that's the options button done. And in fact, let's just copy all of that again. We'll delete the entirety of the quit button code and we'll just paste this in. So that's all we'll need for now. So let's have a look at this. Main menu button height times 2 plus and I'll just put the main menu button offset in brackets. We'll come back inside the brackets. We'll just say times 2. So let's just tidy that up. So 2 buttons, 2 lots of gaps between them. Then we can actually create the button, which again is going to be exactly the same. In terms of dimension, we're going to change to print quit. Sorry. And we'll just change the comment there. Again, we still want to do nothing if the fade value is less than 1. Let's come to the audio. Quit button audio. So we'll just say play quit audio once. Again, we want to call the locked manager function. We still want to fade out, so that still needs to be true. And access options will need to change to quitting game. We'll also change that in the comments as well. So quitting game to true. And then all we're going to do is come here after this close bracket, and before the very last one for the GUI function as a whole, we're going to say GUI dot end group, open and close brackets, close that line off, into the comments, and we're going to say end group. And we'll save it off there. And we'll leave it here for this lesson. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you next time. And until then, as always, bye for now.